All right, more of the same. We're going to say h minus 4 over j equals k. Now, I don't know if you guys realize this. This is really easy. If you have a proportion, well, let's just do the math. So I'm going to take this whole thing and get rid of the j out from the bottom. I'm going to multiply by j. This j cancels with this j, and I get h minus 4 equals kj. Then I divide by k. Whatever I do on one side, I do on the other. These k's cancel, and I get j equals h minus 4 over k. That's the answer. Okay. Let's move on to the next one. Equals a for x. So I've got x plus 5 or over 5 minus g equals a, and we're solving for x. So I just got to move stuff away from the x. So I'm going to add g to both sides. I get x over 5 equals a plus g. I'm going to multiply both sides by 5. Man, it sounds like my voice is echoing, doesn't it? Whatever I do on one side, I have to do to the other. These 5s will cancel, and I get x equals 5 times the quantity. And see, for this, I'm going to multiply that through. What's 5 times a? 5a. What's 5 times g? 5g. And that's the answer for that one. Any questions so far? Lastly, I'm going to have 5p plus, well, I don't know if this is lastly, next one I should say. And we're solving for c. Again, I'm going to minus 5p from both sides. Now, what you got to remember, though, is that this p is a 1p. So while this says 9c, when I subtract 5 from 1, I get a negative 4p. Then I divide by 9 on both sides, and I get c is equal to negative 4/9 p. Okay? Let me zoom in on that. Give you a second to finish writing that down. Were you guys able to keep up? Am I going too fast? Nope. Okay. Let's try and get some of this done. Going back over here. To solve this for z, the first thing I need to do is push this 2/5 through. But before I do that, I'm going to take this whole thing and multiply it by 5. I'm going to multiply by the denominator. What's 5 times 2? 10. What's 10 divided by 5? Just 2. So I get 2z plus 1. Then I got to multiply, whoops, I don't want to do that. How did I do that? Oh, well. Now I got to go back to where I was. I don't even want to see that. All right, here I am. So what's 5 times y? 5y. Very good. So now I'm going to distribute the 2 through. 2 times z is 2z. 2 times positive 1 is a positive 2. That's equal to 5y. So now I just solve for z. So I'm going to subtract 2 from both sides. And I get 2z is equal to 5y minus 2. Not quite done yet. Divide everything by 2. And I get z is equal to, these 2's cancel. Z is equal to 5y minus 2 all over 2. And that's that one. I got to figure out how to put this away. I don't want that. I don't know how I turn that on or what the deal is. Huh. Anyways, let's move on to the next one. Same thing here. I got to push the G through. So this becomes G times H, which is just GH. And then G times 2/3, which is just positive 2/3, times G equals 1. Okay. Then I'm going to subtract 2/3 G from both sides. And I get GH plus, or not plus, GH is equal to 1 minus 2/3 G. Then I divide by G here, divide by G here, divide by G here. These G's will cancel, and I get H is equal to 1 over G minus 2/3. Okay. So I'll leave that up there for a second for you guys to see. Sorry, guys. Well, I got to go back. There it is. All right, one last problem, then we'll call it a day. Well, yeah, we'll call it a day. So we got to solve for n. So for this one, oh man, I've got a, boy, this is a tough one. I got to hurry up. This is going to be a times n. A times negative 3 is negative 3a plus 8 is equal to b times n. I'm going to move this an to the other side by subtracting an from both sides. That gives me negative 3a plus 8 equals bn minus an. Over here, I can factor out b minus a times n. That's the reverse of the distributive property. And I just leave this as 3a plus 8 over here. I'm going to divide by b minus a. Whatever I do on one side, I do to the other. This will cancel with this. And so you're left with n is equal to negative 3a plus 8 all over b minus a. I did that one in a hurry. I hope I didn't make a mistake. I feel like I made a mistake somewhere. Hopefully I didn't. Anyways, that's it on that one. Put your worksheets up. We'll call it a day.